Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your May reading. Happy birthday to April and May Taurians out there. I hope you guys are doing well. Taurus season is not going to be quiet. It's not going to be quiet. And it's funny because the last couple of Taurus seasons, at least I think for myself, they last season I guess was quiet because I was in bed most of the season. But even the season before that was very calm and very relaxing and very quiet, and I just had a lot of self-care going on. I have a crazy cat running around right now, so if you hear the bell in the background, that's what that is. But this season, and really, Uranus has been making so many changes for you guys. And now we have the North Node in your sign. And that's just like the amount of changes that you guys have been through since 2018 when Uranus hit Taurus. I mean, I've watched you all grow tremendously and kind of get out of your own way. And it was still in your timing, though. It still, maybe sometimes you felt forced and you realized that you had been restricting yourself a little too much. But recognizing where you can't get angry when things happen that are out of your control. I know that sounds really like, yes, you can get angry. Of course you can get angry. You have every right to get angry. Yes, of course. But the way that you handle that anger, and that's really one of the lessons that I'm learning myself as well. I have Taurus in the 8th house, and that's where my Chiron is. And so, crazy cat. So I've been, your energy, and we've talked about this before, your energy is the energy that is very healing for me. And like I've had relationships with Taurians in my life that were very life-changing because you all are very healing, whether it was in a quote-unquote negative way or a positive way. There's always a very healing aspect to your energy for me. So watching you guys go through all of this and seeing the evolution happen for you and how you're recognizing that the anger that you have, the anger that boils up inside of you, is not productive when you react poorly with that anger, right? And it's okay to have that rage, really. It's okay to have that rage, but what are you really angry about? What are you really have to ask yourself, am I angry because of the injustices? Am I angry because of this and that and whatever? And, you really have to get to the bottom of what it is that you're truly angry about, because 9 times out of 10, it's not the thing that's happening in that moment. It's stuff that has been built up through time. And the feeling of like, oh, God, I just worked so hard to get here. Like, look at everything that I have done, and I worked so hard to get here, and now it's just gone. Things like that. Whether it's a house that's gone, a career that's gone, whatever it is that you've had to really shift and change and adjust yourself in, and recognizing that the things that are falling away, the reasons why they're falling away is because it was no longer serving you. It was a Taurus from pre-2018 period time frame. And that Taurus had no clue where you're going now. And so making that kind of adjustment and allowing yourself to see things and not so much of a, catastrophe. Because honestly, you guys, you could see some things as catastrophes. And you may have already been noticing that it's happening because it is eclipse season. Cycles will be ending. Things will be closing out. There will be necessary closures happening during this time. And it is directly related to you and yourself and where you are going and what you are doing in your life. And the only way that you'll be able to show up for yourself is if you get out of your own way. You know, you don't try to fight every single thing that's not going your way. Right? Whew. Ace of Cups is the first card. Yes, yes, yes. Nine of Cups is the next card. And the Page of Wands. For some of you, this is literally giving yourself the messages of self-care and indulging that Nine of Cups indulgence of, luxuries for you, whatever that looks like for you. The Ace of Cups for me, yes, I know that this could be a new relationship or the resurrection of a relationship, but when it comes to relationships, which we just got out of Aries season, and the Aries Libra axis teaches us that relationships are, it's about the relationship that we have with ourselves first, and then we can have the relationship with other people. So that Ace of Cups, because if you have a toxic relationship with yourself, you will have toxic relationships with other people. What does a toxic relationship with yourself look like? Well, if you overwork yourself, if you are an overachiever, if you were conditioned and programmed to believe that you were supposed to be doing one thing in your life, if the narrative in your brain is, if you are toxic to yourself, that is, I had a very toxic relationship with myself for damn near 40 years. And sometimes I still have to remind myself that I am my own best friend, and that I don't need to speak to myself poorly, right? So relationships start with us first. And I feel like there are some things that you've been manifesting or you've been wanting to manifest, and maybe even speaking it into existence. But there's some kind of message that's coming in for you with this Page of Wands. Okay. And I don't know if it, okay, so, and it really has to do a lot with your journey and how far you've come. And I feel like there's almost part of your journey is owning your truth when it comes to other people as well, and recognizing when those people are no longer supposed to be journeying with you. And I feel like, and I'm not saying that like every Taurus is going to have relationship problems. The full moon in Scorpio that's going to be happening on May 15th in your 7th house is really, really, really going to be showing you in all of your relationship partnerships, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, relationships with your adult children, where you have not been upholding your boundaries and where you've been letting your guard down, or you haven't been kind enough with yourself. Like you've been overextending yourself to the people that you love the most and not giving back to yourself. And there are now pent up resentments, right? Or just anger or whatever it is that you're holding on to. I love this reading because I feel like what's happening is you're recognizing the self-care that's necessary so that you can have healthy relationships. And that also means not, getting like totally angry at things that you can't do anything about. The bottom row here, we have the Chariot. You could be dealing with a Cancer energy. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. Or you could be dealing with a fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is definitely a discussion that's happening with someone in May. And it has a lot to do with the way you want to see your future laid out, the way that your hopes, your dreams, your desires, and the journey that you want to go on. Often the chariot, yes, it can speak of, physically moving, but it's also the direction that we're going on our journey. And, sometimes the chariot is a reminder to stay on course, to be focused, right? It's to balance out our life so that we're able to stay on focus. That black and white Sphinx there. And I feel like the King of Wands energy isn't really inviting. Like, it doesn't feel... I feel like some sharp words are said. And so there's very much this moment for you guys, and it's kind of on brand with the North Node being in your sign this year. It's very on brand for you to have to say, like, I got to focus on me. I got to focus on what I am doing with myself and not worry about what even my very closest loved ones are biting into my ear. Of course, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's not the thing, though. But you're creating a safe space for yourself to be able to manifest and to be able to move forward and to be on your journey and to do all these amazing things for yourself. And, you keep on proving to yourself that you can do it over and over and over again. And you don't have the time to have people cutting you down mid-sentence, or not allowing you to journey in the directions that make you feel comfortable, So all I'm saying, I'm really excited to get into the extended. We're going to look really a lot deeper into the astrology. There's so much going on in May for astrology. I, really hope you guys take an opportunity to get to look at the extended. You can get that by becoming a member of the channel, $8.99 for all of the extended videos every month. And you get to support me in my healing journey. Still on this healing journey. And the extended. You'll get the cards and the all of the astrology. We're going to clarify the cards too. And I'm really excited to look at this because I know how hard you guys have been working through all of these massive changes. And it's not easy. It's not easy for a fixed earth sign to be as open and flexible, as you guys have been. So it's kind of exciting. I'm sort of excited, and I just don't want anybody to get in your way. So I will see you guys in the extended. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday, and see you soon. Bye.